And so I'll just introduce this practice that we'll do. We've been exploring different lenses, different ways of looking, different ways of relating to perception, relating to experience and perceiving experience. And so we've been using insight ways of looking. But tonight, what I thought I'd bring forward is using metta as a way of looking. So what happens when we look through the lens of love? We look through the lens of kindness, goodwill, this kind of softness and tenderness and warmth, not just towards ourselves or towards others, but actually use that as a lens to look through to see all of experience. Even something as simple as a sound. Can you hear that through love? Hear that with love? And so I'll step us through all the instructions, but really all of the prompts I'm about to give are just invitations to relate to what is coming up with this sense of love, to see it through the lens of love. And that can expand. We can start with what feels easier or simpler, and it can just gradually expand until we include everything that's being experienced. Even the sense of self, the sense of awareness, and the sense of resistance, boredom, sleepiness, aversion. And eventually, and you might get a taste of this even today, there's a possibility of actually feeling like this sense of love and warmth is coming from awareness itself. It's not something you have to do, but in fact you can be held by this warmth and love. And so I'm going to step us through this. We'll start with some grounding and settling, and then there'll be an invitation to sort of shift in this direction. I'll bring in a few different images and cues for that. So as we begin here, I'll invite you to actually just move your body a little bit as you make your way to your meditation posture. So a good one to start with is just stretching your arms out to the sides, above you, in front of you. Just notice what that feels like. You might notice that stretching, reaching out, just naturally leads into a twist or into a stretch of some kind. Just feel free to go with what your body wants to do. And then you might like to just feel into your shoulders, maybe rolling the shoulders back if that feels good for you. Maybe rolling forward as well. Stretching the neck. Making circles with the crown of the head. Maybe tilting the head from one side to the other. And then make any final movements that would feel good for you right now. And then come into your meditation posture. And a meditation posture is any position of your body that allows you to be both relaxed and alert. So find what works for you for today. And as you come into your posture, I'll invite you to actually sway side to side. And then let those movements get smaller and smaller until it is hard to tell if you're moving at all. And as those swaying motions get smaller, you'll find you come to this point of balance. This kind of equilibrium. Where you can feel poised. There's this balance between being solid and upright in your body, as well as having a sense of softness. Strong back, soft front. Make any final adjustments to your posture, and then resolve to be as still and quiet as you reasonably can. If you do need to move, just do so with awareness, knowing that you're moving. I'm going to lead us through 3 rounds of clearing breath. And if you follow along, just make sure not to strain, not to overdo it. Even a little shift in the breath can have a big effect. So inhaling, breathing in deeply, and then exhale. Option to breathe out through the mouth. And then next round, inhaling, letting the belly expand. Pause at the top, and then breathe out, releasing, relaxing. And one more round, inhaling, breathing in, pause at the top, take another little sip of air, and then breathe out, releasing. Let the breath fall into a comfortable rhythm. Let the mind be open, noticing the awareness that is already here. And then setting an intention for this practice. You might have an intention you're already working with. Feel free to bring that forward now. I'll also offer this intention to explore the lens of metta, explore seeing through love. And then begin to notice the present moment sensations. Notice the sounds that you can hear. Notice what you're seeing in the visual field with eyes open or eyes closed. And then notice the sensations of the body. Noticing the feeling of sitting, where your body is held and supported by the chair, cushion, or floor. And then we'll expand our awareness to the whole body, opening to the energy body, opening to whole body awareness. Now you may open just through intention. If that's the case, stay right there. I'm going to also guide us through the body part by part. So feeling into the lower body, from your hips down to your feet, both legs. Letting the legs be soft and heavy. And then opening to include the torso, the belly and the chest, sides of the torso, the lower back, middle back, and upper back. The whole torso. And here, let the belly be soft. Let the breath flow easily. And then expanding to include the shoulders and the arms. Both sides, shoulders, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, fingers. Let the arms be soft and heavy. And then opening to include the neck and the throat. And opening to include the head, the back of the head, top of the head, sides of the head, forehead, eyes and eyelids, cheeks, ears, nose, mouth and jaw, the whole of the head. relaxed. And so open to the whole body at once. The whole body filled with bright, clear awareness. Now here, you can rest the mind into the body, stabilizing, steadying, settling. Here you can tune in to the felt sense of the body as your meditation object. Just resting the mind with this overall feeling. Just noticing that whole body space. It has this texture or tonality. It might be rich and complex. It might be vague and murky. It might be more than words, and that it would be hard to describe. And you can just stay with that feeling, whatever it is. And throughout this practice, you can keep a sense of the whole body in the background. Use this as your foundation, your base. Resting into the whole body. Now I'm going to suggest a visualization practice here. And just try it out and see how it goes. It's no problem if you find the visualization tricky or it changes, it evolves. And just experiment and see what happens. I invite you to imagine that all of the space around you is this golden yellow color. Imagine that awareness itself all around you, all through your body, is warm and golden. You might even like to imagine that it's like you're submerged in a golden colored viscous liquid. And the feeling of it is incredibly nourishing. It fills every cell of your body with a kind of warmth and tenderness. The space around you, the space in your body, awareness itself, like it's illuminated, so it's golden. And then come to see that all sensation that arises is immediately submerged in this warmth. It arises out of this space of awareness, falls back into awareness, completely saturated by this sense of warmth. It's like being in an ocean of love. Everything within completely surrounded, saturated. And whenever you notice a sound, you fully welcome and accept that sound. You feel a sense of goodwill, sense of kindness. Fully welcoming each sound. Fully welcoming each visual form. Fully welcoming each and every body sensation. Allow the whole body space to be filled with this sense of love and kindness. For whatever sensation arises, for whatever is appearing in your experience. It is greeted with love and kindness. If it's helpful to you, you can practice this with a phrase such as, "May this be loved. May this be welcomed." May this be held in loving presence. And take the view here that awareness itself is holding you. This awareness that is all around you, permeates every cell of your body. This awareness is itself loving. And this is holding you. Allow yourself to be held by this loving embrace. And here you can also include any resistance that is arising, any agitation or boredom, any part of you that wants to do something else or doesn't believe this is possible. Just welcome that. Fully allow that to be here. You may find that you can include more and more. You can include thoughts. You can include intentions. You can include the self-sense. You can include awareness. You can include love itself. In this view, all of this is held in loving presence. And as you feel this sense of being held in this warmth, this golden light, this ocean of love, notice the softening that occurs as you can relax into this. You can let yourself be held. notice how nourishing this is to receive love and kindness, to receive this holding. And here, come back to the body. Tune in again to the felt sense of the body. Notice what's here. Notice how this lands, how this feels for you in the body space. As we come to the close of this practice, just take another minute here to notice the effect of this way of looking. Taking this view, relating to all experience with kindness. Notice any sense of lightness or relief, any sense of softening or warmth. And also notice if this surfaced anything. You might have found something that wasn't warm and soft. And just also allowing that to be here. Just taking your time, very gently bringing in a little bit of movement into the body, taking a deeper breath, and when you're ready, blinking open the eyes, looking around your space, and then reconnecting here in the field that we are co-creating.